Hi students, so this is the review for Module 9 Study Guide number 2. So you have a quiz coming up and this is the Study Guide number 2. We did Study Guide number 1 in class together and then you had this for homework and we also went over this thoroughly in class together. But just in case you would like to have another review, here is the all of the solutions with the expected work, okay? All right. So number 1, it says write 1/6 times 1/6 times 1/6 times 1/6 times 1/6 in exponential form. So it is asking for you to write the answer using the base, which is 1/6, and then using an exponent to show how many times 1/6 is being repeated. It's a very simple and straightforward answer. So remember, when you have fractions, you must have parentheses around. So 1/6 inside the parentheses. And since it is being repeated 5 times to the 5th power, and simply that is the answer. So on your Google form, you're going to enter it like this: parentheses 1/6, close the parentheses, caret, which is, like under the number 6 in your keyboard, and then 5. And this would show that it is 1/6 to the 5th power. Number 2, similar problem. Write 3 5/10 times 3 5/10 times 3 5/10, again in exponential form. So then the base is 3 5/10. And it is being repeated 3 times, and that's the answer. Okay. And if you want to have the decimal inside the parentheses, that's okay too. It doesn't change the meaning. Now, number 3, it says find the value of 1/4 to the 3rd power. So finding the value means you actually have to solve it. So the first thing that you would want to do is expand 1/4 to the 3rd power. So you want to write 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4. Now, 1 times 1 times 1, your numerator is 1. 4 times 4, which is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. And the answer is 1/64. Next one, find the value of 5 to the 0 power. And the answer is 1. Remember, we learned that any number that is raised to 0 power is 1. Okay, so the answer is simply 1. Next one. Again, find the value of 2/10 to the 3rd power. So let's expand and write it first. So I have 2/10 times 2/10 times 2/10. I am first going to multiply my first 2 factors. So 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 0 is 0. I X out for the placeholder. 0 times 2 is 0, 0 times 0 is 0. Add them up. So I have 4, 0, 0. Notice I have 2 decimal places, 1, 2. So twice to the left. So I got 400. And now I need to multiply that by the last 2/10. Okay. Let me show the word right above here. So I have 400 times 2/10. Again, notice how I'm not lining up the decimal points. That's not necessary. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. X out for the placeholder. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Add them up. 8, 0, 0, 0. I have 3 decimal places. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Put the decimal point right there. So my answer is 8,000. 0.008, which is 8,000. Tenths, hundredths, thousand. Okay. Okay, my kids are screaming. Okay. Starting from number 6, our order of operations problems. So it says evaluate the expression using the order of operations. And evaluate is another word for solve or simplify. So you just solve it, okay? I'm gonna write pandas. For parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide from left to right, add and subtract from left to right. So here I definitely see my parentheses here. So I'm going to evaluate that first. So 12 minus 2 is 10. And I'm going to rewrite the problem now. Please take a look here. So I have 5 to the third power plus 10 to the second power. Well, so I no longer have parentheses, but I do have exponents. In fact, I have 2 sets of exponents. So if I have both of the exponents in 2 different places, you can actually just evaluate them all at the same time, and that is actually okay. So this one is 5 times 5 times 5, and this one is 10 times 10. So 5 to the third power is 25 times 5, 125, plus 10 times 10 is 100. So 125 plus 100 is 225. And you enter that value. Okay, number 7. In case you needed a little bit more time to read. Number 7. Similar question, evaluate the expression using the order of operations. So again, we need to solve. And over here, you see some exponents, parentheses, fractions. Fraction means division. Okay, so I'm going to first evaluate my parentheses. 2 plus 6, which gives me 8. So I'm going to actually rewrite it all over here. 6 plus 2 to the fourth power over 8 times 2. Now that I'm out of my parentheses, but I still have exponents right here. So I'm going to evaluate that. 2 to the fourth power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 4 times 4. So this is 16 here. Again, I'm going to rewrite the problem. 6 plus 16 over 8 times 2. And just in case we didn't get to go over this, this dot is another symbol for multiplication. I'm sure actually we already talked about it in class by then. All right, so now I have addition, division, and multiplication. So I'm going to divide first because according to my PEMDAS, if you have multiplication or division, you need to go from left to right, whichever one comes first. So then I'm going to do 16 divided by 8, which is 2. So 6 plus 2 times 2. And you need to multiply next, which is 4. 6 plus 4. And the final answer is 10. Can you hear my kids? Okay. Number 8. Evaluate the expression using the order of operations again. Let me see if I can adjust the document camera. Okay, there's just a little bit of space here. Okay, it's okay, we can do this. So according to my PEMDAS, I'm gonna write on this side this time because I feel like I will be using the space to the right. So I'm going to do my parentheses first. 36 divided by 12 is 3. So I'm going to rewrite everything else. 6 times 3 to the second power plus 8. I'm out of my parentheses, but I have exponents. 3 to the second power is 3 times 3, which is 9. Rewriting everything, I have 6 times 9 plus 8. Multiplication next. So that's 54 plus 8. And when you add 54 plus 8, you get 62. Okay. All right. Now we have 2 problems left, and these 2 problems are related. So here on number 9, error analysis. So you want to find out if this person made an error. It says, Judea solved the numerical expression below. In which step did Judea make an error? So what you want to try to do is, if I were you, I would actually try kind of solving it and then just kind of go from step by step. So first, step 1, so I can see that, so if you imagine solving it, I would do my exponent first, and I would get 9 here. So then when I rewrite, I would get 17 minus 3 times 2 plus 9. And if you see, step 1, 17 minus 3 times 2 plus 9. It is exactly the same as what I solved. So step 1 is correct. Now the second step is going to be for you to, let's see, here subtraction, multiplication, and addition. So then I would multiply next. And that would give me 6. So 17 minus 6 plus 9. And as you can see, that's exactly what step 2 has. Now, I need to subtract and add and subtract from left to right. So then I would need to do 17 minus 6, which would give me 11, and then plus 9. But if you look here, 17 minus 15 is what this person did. So the mistake is in step 3. It looks like this person added and got 15 before subtracting. You don't always add first. You need to add and subtract from left to right, okay? So the answer to number 9 is step 3. Because the question is, in which step did Judea make an error? Okay. Now, if you look at number 10, it says, solve the problem from number 9 correctly. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue solving right here. So then 11 plus 9 is 20. So my final answer for number 10 is 20. 20. Okay, so that is the review video for the study guide 2. You have a quiz on this coming up, so keep reviewing and make sure that you know how to work on the problems, but also how to enter them correctly on Google Form. These are going to be easy, just regular numbers are okay. However, when it comes to fractions, and especially the ones with the exponent, remember you use the caret, okay? So for example, for number 2, if I were to enter this on the Google form, I would do this: 3 and 5/10 caret 3. That's what I would do on the Google form. So let me actually write that. So those are for Google Form. Google Form. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna end the video so I can go and control my kids. Bye.